Good morning, everybody. This is Zoe, and I'm Kevin. We're live here at Ecoe Riverside Farm, and we're feeding Zoe here a little bit of breakfast. We are located in Benton, Tennessee, halfway between Chattanooga and Knoxville. And if you've ever wanted to come hang out with a bunch of awesome animals, you can do that here at Ecoe Riverside Farm. We have over 150 animals here. We have sloths, kangaroos, llamas, iguanas, alpacas, zebras. We have a lot of stuff here. And we have covered wagons that are right on the banks of the Ecoe River. So if you've ever wanted to hang out right on the river, you can do that, and it's pretty cool. Zoe here is trying a green bean, seeing if she likes it. What do you think, Zoe? Can you hear the sounds? Let's see, I think she's gonna pass on the green bean. Guys, we are located in Benton, Tennessee, halfway between Chattanooga and Knoxville. This is Zoe and I'm Kevin. She's having a little bit of breakfast, and our encounter started around 10 a.m. Flash is up above me. He may hang back down, but if you've ever wanted to come hold a sloth, you can do that here at Ecoe Riverside Farm. There is a bunch of awesome stuff to do here. Good morning. If you're just joining us, we're live here at Ecoe Riverside Farm. This is Zoe. She's a two-toed or two-fingered Linnaeus sloth, and she's about 17 months old. Her birthday was December 16th, and she loves hanging out and giving cuddles. So if you've ever wanted to cuddle with a cute little sloth, you can do that here at Ecoe Riverside Farm. Guess what? We actually have 3 sloths here. We have Flash, Dash, and Zoe. We're going to be getting a 4th sloth soon. Her name will probably be Chloe, which will be really cool. And Flash is up above me. He may hang down here in a minute for a snack. We have encounters starting at 10 a.m. So if you want to see what a sloth encounter would look like, keep watching. It's going to be pretty awesome. We're also doing kangaroo encounters this morning. I think we got some camel encounters and a farm tour. You definitely got to do a farm tour if you come visit. You get to see sugar gliders, micro squirrels, macaws, iguanas, Bactrian camels, dromedary camels, a ton of stuff. Oh look, Flash decided to pay us a visit. Here you go, bud. Giving him a green bean. Good morning, everybody. If you're just joining us, this is Flash up above. He's going to be doing the encounter at 10 a.m. Then usually around 10:30 is when we switch to Zoe. I like to give Zoe a little snack here in the morning. She really likes her breakfast, so I like to make sure she's got enough to eat to get her through the day. Right, Zoe? A couple of y'all can really see Flash up above me. Let's see if I can make this a little bit bigger. Zoe's like, don't slow down on the snacks, man. Oh, did you already get one, Zoe? Alright, Flash, there you go. He's a sweetheart. He likes to hang down and get snacks. You wish you were closer. Where are you watching from? We've had people from Germany, England, Australia, all over the world come visit. Sloths are pretty amazing. They eat 10% of their body weight every single day. Florida, good morning. You're not that far away. Bring us some sunshine and come visit. Thank you, Flash. Thank you, buddy. Here you go. There's your green bean. You can see how sweet he is. Illinois, you're going to be here in July. Awesome. You're going to love it. Guys, if you're coming up here to the Ocoee during the summer, definitely recommend doing a rafting trip. And you can partner with our exclusive partners, Outdoor Adventure Rafting, and their website is ocoee.com. We did a full trip with them as the farm on the river, like with the Olympic in the middle, and it was awesome. Catalonia, that's cool, awesome. Michigan, the Sloths in Zootopia were hilarious, I agree. There you go, Flash. Hey guys, if you're just joining us, this is Zoe, and if you can see up above me, this is Flash. I'm Kevin, and we're live here at Ocoee Riverside Farm. And if you've ever wanted to hang out with a bunch of awesome animals, you can do that here at Ocoee Riverside Farm. We have over 150 animals, and we have lodging for up to 40 people. Our covered wagons are right on the banks of the beautiful Ocoee River, and it is gorgeous. You can come take a horse ride, you can take a camel ride, you can check out some zebras, and we just launched our hiking program too. So we have our guides, which are Wilderness First Aid Responder certified, and so they go out and take people on hikes. It's really, really cool. There's some awesome waterfalls. It's a pretty good deal, and it comes with a lunch too. So check that out. It's on our website, ocoeeriversidefarm.com. Hey Amber, we are in Benton, Tennessee, halfway between Chattanooga and Knoxville. You can go to our website, ocoeeriversidefarm.com, and that's where you can do any of the reservations that you'd like to do. Let's see here. You pay for the experience with the sloths, or do you have to book a room? You do not have to be staying here to do an experience with the sloth. If you want a sloth for a roommate, you would book the camel condo, and you would have a sloth for a roommate. It's right upstairs, 3 master suites, 2 hanging beds, jacuzzi, hidden bunk rooms, game room. It's pretty awesome. But you do not have to be staying here to do a sloth experience. If you are staying here, you get 20% off of most of your animal encounters. So it's a pretty good deal. Hey Courtney, thank you. Zoe's so cute, she's really sweet. Her birthday was December 16th. She's having a little bit of breakfast here. What's their favorite food? I would say fruit is number 1. Strawberries, mangoes, bananas, things like that. Next up after that is probably sweet potatoes, squash. They definitely like a little bit of rice too. Courtney, Zoe says thank you. She enjoys her birthdays and any snacks that she can get. I think she thinks she's a little Egyptian princess here. She just gets to lay back and get fed all day. You're gonna do the sloth encounter. So if you're gonna do the sloth encounter, I think a lot of people really enjoy doing the encounter with the VIP, which means you get to have 30 minutes with Flash and then 30 minutes holding Zoe. So that's a pretty good way to experience it. Some people, if they are just die-hard sloth people and they gotta be with sloths all day, you can do the sloth keeper experience, and that's 3 hours with all 3 sloths. That's doing everything that we do. Feeding them, checking their bathroom, doing the humidity in the room, but it's 3 hours with the sloth. When is her birthday? Her birthday is December 16th. And I'm making the pieces a little bit smaller for her. That's the reason I was biting her sweet potato. The armadillo is out rooting around. That's the noise that you hear. You're gonna come back soon? Awesome. Good to see ya. Hey guys, if you're just joining us, this is Zoe. I'm Kevin. We're live here at Ocoee Riverside Farm. And if you've ever wanted to hang out with a bunch of awesome animals, you can do that here at Ocoee Riverside Farm. Zoe here loves to cuddle. She's the sweetest little thing ever. And if you've ever wanted to cuddle up with a sloth, you can do that here at Ocoee Riverside Farm. Right, Zoe? She's like, yo, where's my food? We ate it all. We ate all the food. I know. That's Flash up there. He doesn't have any more food either. Alright guys, check back around 10 a.m. We're going to be doing some more. I think they're doing a kangaroo encounter. So I'm going to put Zoe down and we're going to try to take the cameras out there. So give me just a second.
Of adult mass. The kangaroos will crawl up to their mother's pouch. It takes them about 3 minutes to make it to the mother's pouch and latch onto a teat. They are semi-embryonic at the point that they are born. The baby latches onto a pouch, doesn't let go even once for somewhere between 70 and 90 days. During that whole period of time, mom is making something more similar to colostrum than milk, because she is essentially nursing an embryo. They call it a semi-embryonic state. At 70 to 90 days, the baby starts to nurse and release. That shifts the mother from making colostrum to making milk. And did you see me do the yard sale stepping through the door?
I heard it. It sounded very entertaining.
I was leaving last night, my hands were full, and I just kicked that salt block through the door. And don't you know that I had both hands full of the 2 radio bases and didn't see where I was walking. Kabam!
It sounded good. I was that on video.
Oh man. Well, I don't know, is that camera live?
That one's not right now.
So you might have it.
Yeah.
So, where was it? Look around.
It was in the chair. Yeah, the chair. I like it.
Oh. I looked all over the stupid barn corner last night. Usually they say I'm the father, find it. If you can't find it, ask dad. So the baby will start to nurse and release. That's just mom over from making colostrum to making milk. Babies continue in the pouch. At 6 months is when they start to stick their face out of the pouch. At 7 months is when they start to jump out of the pouch. Between 7 and 8 months, they'll go in and out of the pouch. At about 8 months, they get too big to go in and out anymore. So then they just stick their face in to nurse. So kangaroo has 2 uteruses. If the first baby makes it to the pouch and latches onto a teat, that causes the mother to make a second chemical. Oh, I forgot to say the first chemical. My brain's a little rattled this morning from the crash. Or maybe just because I'm always rattled. But, so the female kangaroo continually makes a chemical similar to Pitocin, which is what you give to a human female to induce labor. They make it all of the time unless they're malnourished or dehydrated. It takes 2 days to build up enough Pitocin in their system to induce labor. So you're welcome to walk around and pet these. They come to you more if you sit there though. The mother makes Pitocin all the time unless it's malnourished or dehydrated. When the baby latches onto a teat, that makes mom make a second chemical that blocks the Pitocin. So it normally will not birth the second baby while it's still nursing the first. The exception to that is if the mother gets overweight, too high body fat content, it can double up the production of Pitocin to bypass the blocker, birth a second. once there's two, both nursing, that doubles up the blocker. It can't possibly bypass the blocker twice, so it can't possibly birth a third. If the mother gets overweight to the point that she births a second baby, one teat serves the first baby, the second teat serves the second baby. So if the mother has already gone from colostrum to milk with one teat, it starts over with colostrum with the other teat and continues to make milk with the first. So that's the only animal I'm aware of that can make two different products with its two different teats at the same time. Kangaroos. If a female kangaroo were to have a mantra, that mantra would be live to have more at all costs. So they will save themselves over their baby consistently. So if the first baby does not make it to the pouch and latch onto a teat, then 2 days later mom has built up enough pitocin that boom, fire two, birth from the second uterus. So every time it births one baby, it gets 2 shots at a baby making it to the pouch to latch on to become a viable semi-embryonic state kangaroo. So suppose that the first baby does make it up to the pouch, what happens to the second? So what happens to the second is embryonic diapause. The baby will just freeze frame in utero from 33 days. Will not progress, will not regress, remains exactly the way it is from 33 days until forever, until the mother is ready to birth another baby. The 2 things that makes the mother ready to birth another baby is 1, stopping nursing whatever baby she is currently nursing, because that is the thing that turns the blocker off, so it will birth the second one when one stops nursing, or if it gets overweight, it bypasses the blocker. Don't eat a hole in my clothes. So given that it births something, this small, it is not a traumatic birth, so the mother goes into heat and generally breeds back immediately. So with 2 uteruses and overlapping pregnancies, a female kangaroo normally will be pregnant every day the rest of its life. The kangaroos have a super system for surviving drought. The normal family group being 1 male, 50 females. The 1 male is statistically insignificant to the population number. So when a drought starts, 50 go into the drought. They all throw all their babies away. Puts a cap on the demand on whatever food source remains through the drought, puts a cap on the demand on the mother's bodies, so that when they get malnourished, dehydrated, they stop making pitocin, so they will not birth any more babies throughout the drought. But they all have 2 on deck, right, on embryonic diapause, because the blocker goes away when they stop nursing, but malnourished, so they don't create pitocin. So if the drought goes on for say a year or 2 and kills half the kangaroos in the group, it's okay. Because if they went in with 50 and come out with 25, who survives? The strongest 25, obviously. As soon as the drought is over, they all renourish, rehydrate, they all have a baby. Now they're right back to 50. And then a drought in a desert place normally ends with extremely heavy rainfall and a time of great plenty. So they all get overweight right away, and boom, they all birth a second one right after the first one. So they go 50, 25, 50, 75. So they come out of a drought stronger by individual, because the strongest one survived, and greater in number because they all birthed 2 than they went into the drought. And that is why kangaroos are absolutely prolific in Australia. And there are, in addition to red kangaroos, which everything here are red kangaroos, in addition to reds, there's eastern greys and western greys, and desert kangaroos and several kinds of wallabies. Between all the kangaroos and wallabies, there are approximately 55 million kangaroos in Australia, which is about 3 times the number of people that are in Australia. So they are absolutely prolific because they are desert survivors. We'll talk more about it. You guys are doing adult kangaroos at some point later, right?
Yeah.
So we'll talk about kangaroos' desert survival skills beyond the birthing on the next encounter. So I'm gonna go make their bottles. And, well, in the wild, they get around 5 feet tall, the males, and around 4 feet tall, the females. Females, between fight and flight, females would always choose flight, males would always choose fight. And dingoes are the main predator of kangaroos. They're only getting females young, weak. They're absolutely no match for an adult male kangaroo. So females have a similar lifespan, whether wild or free, 8 or 10 years. Males never stop growing. If they are alive, they are growing, like a tortoise. So a male kangaroo in captivity, the world record is 6'7", standing on the ground, 8.5 feet long, nose to tail.
Wow.
And we do have the genetics here on both sides to grow kangaroos that big. Good, not good. Kind of excited about it, but a little bit terrified about it.
This is so much fun. I took a sip of my water and they're like, what is that? But he's helping me with this. Oh.
Honestly, I don't have anything for you yet. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, babies.
They're a little slow sometimes.
Come on. Come on. Why not?
It just takes them a minute. They're like, where's the door? We want to sit right in front of it.
Yeah. These two are like nibbling on each other. And
Yeah, Prince Ali has his buddy Elvis in there as like a play companion, because if not, it gets lonely.
yeah. And I'm pretty sure that he's got food on his head.
That sounds pretty standard.
It's like on the side.
What are you doing, Miss Ollie?
Let's see if you can get a rag on you.
Look at this face.
You got all kinds of stuff on you. Yeah, you're gonna get a bath today, I think. We're not petting him right now.
Nope.
How did you manage to do that?
His face right in.
Man,
And I was like, you know.
is John getting bottles ready for you guys?
Yeah.
Cool.
But you stopped at exactly the same time. It's a little pop figure, isn't it?
I don't think we would be chewing on that thing.
Oh,
You don't think we chewing on that?
I did not see it. I think I seen 11:30.
Yes, Coda, have your breakfast.
They're softer than you think, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
What are you doing today?
There it goes.
Yeah, good. We enjoyed it that much, we decided to come back.
Good. I'm doing babies. Yay.
I'm doing something.
Yeah.
Couldn't help myself.
I know.
I need to go back.
It was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Good.
Eating my
Hey, Fallon, you want to feed one of these, two of these?
Okay.
All right, so you're gonna hold the bottle out in front of yourself. And finger it lined up in your mouth and then completely upside down. Emma, you want to feed one of these? All right, did you give me a camera? I'll make you a video. And what are your names?
Amber and Dally.
Dally?
Dally, D-A-L-L-Y.
Okay. No, stay over there then. Good morning, y'all. We're here at the baby kangaroo bottle feeding at a Kauai Riverside farm. We're here this morning with Amber and Dally. We are feeding red kangaroos. The varying color of these kangaroos, though, is because the redness of a red kangaroo is a male hormone-driven trait. So our staff member Fallon is feeding
This is
Ruby, and Dally is feeding Max, and Amber is feeding Tom, and our staff member Emma is feeding Jerry. So of these four kangaroos, Ruby and Max are both 10 months old. Tom and Jerry are both 12 months old. Max actually is the largest of these kangaroos because he is an unneutered male, so he's growing faster than the rest. The natural color for red kangaroo is the blue-gray color of Ruby that Fallon is feeding right there. The redness of the red kangaroo comes from their musk glands. So their musk glands exude a reddish fluid, and that's what spreads over the coat of the male, and that's why the male is red. In Australia, they refer to the females as blue flyers or does. They refer to the males as big reds or bucks or boomers, because they boom boom along the ground while they jump. Dally, hold that up just a little higher so he stands up. There you go. These four are all still on bottles, although nutritionally they are not still required. We feed them for social purposes. The kangaroos here get bottles until they're 16 months old because that is how you get a friendly kangaroo. Most places don't feed their baby kangaroos with bottles because it is prohibitively expensive. But we do it here because we want friendly kangaroos, also because we're going to grow really, really big kangaroos. These guys will eat bottles until they're 16 months old. So Ruby there at 16 months will be about 25 pounds. Max right here at 16 months will be about 30 to 32 pounds. Tom and Jerry will be somewhere between that, being neutered males. It is June 5th, 2025. We're having this experience. We're at Cody Riverside Farm in Benton, Tennessee.
That's amazing. Thank you.
This guy, look, people grabbing the arms.
Yeah, yeah. I do like the bottles.
Already?
This guy's a lazy eater. You might have to give him a tiny bit of a squeeze.
Okay, I was like, yeah, what? You are lazy, because you're like leaning on me and everything.
And then can you help them take a couple of kangaroo holding pictures? See the way that Fallon's holding that baby right there?
Yes, so you kind of mimic a pouch in a way, so you create this kind of like nook in your arm. So it's the same arm that you're holding them with as you're holding the base of the tail.
Okay.
And that it can't wiggle away from you. You can try. It can't wiggle away too easily.
Get foots in the face.
Yeah. And next person could have been held too. Okay, so I'm gonna put them in your lap.
Oh,
If you want to have your phone ready, I'll take pictures.
Sure. Step right there.
hey, that's better than nothing.
And then there's a hand sanitizer right there in that white container, and then you're gonna be with some Caleb right here.
My gosh.
Kangaroos.
Same way, so this arm is on the base of the tail.
So if you guys want to hit the hand sanitizer real
Yeah,
quick,
yeah, yeah.
I'll share it. It's right down there, it's like.
Okay.
You might open that door real quick.
Take pictures really quick before they wiggle out.
I'm gonna put him up for now because it don't seem like they're gonna want to interact.
Bare feet. That'll be entertaining. A little kid had on Crocs the other day, and he was like, ah, ah, ah. It was really funny.
And it does, I mean, the other day was the first time he ever, actually dug at my ankles because I always have pants on, so it's harder for him to get
Yeah.
up in there. And he lifted up my pants leg and started in, and I was like, dang, that's what people are feeling? I mean, no wonder people jump.
Alright guys, keep watching. Michaela's getting ready to do a sloth encounter with 2 people, and it's gonna be awesome.
Flash is already out and wanting his breakfast, so he can go on in.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Oh, hello, Flash.
So we're gonna feed him his breakfast this morning.
My word.
Hi, buddy. How's it going? Can I touch you?
Yep, so if we do pet him, we just like real soft strokes, just like this, slow strokes down his back, just like
Baby.
How many stuffed sloths do we have at the house?
I have 5.
that. Oh my goodness.
I want to keep
Look at that nose.
you precious. You're the most precious thing I think I've ever seen. You're the most precious thing I've ever seen.
Alright, well behind us on the counter right here is his breakfast.
Does your number end with 0047?
Yes, sweetie.
Oh, I just got the
Sorry about
call
that.
and I was trying to call you back. I'm like, I hope you're not sitting outside.
No, that's fine.
All right,
Thank
okay.
you.
Alright, so when we feed Flash, we feed him just like a little reverse Pez dispenser. You have to have it pretty close to his nose for him to see what's going on because they have really poor vision. And once he gets a hold of it like that, you can just let go. Like I said, they have really poor vision, so they can't distinguish the difference between a green bean and a finger. So I want to just make sure he gets a good hold on it. And
Yes, does he?
his favorite are green beans, but all of this is for him, so you're welcome to give him all that.
Is he good?
So Flash is a two-toed Linnaeus sloth. We only have two-toed sloths here because the three-toed sloths are a lot more difficult to vary their diet. So they really can only eat the leaves of the Sarcopia trees.
Sarcopia tree.
Yeah, those are the ones that grow in the rainforest.
How do you guys get all these animals?
Well, we have to be USDA licensed to own all of them, and they all have specific guidelines for care and everything that we have to keep up on, and their vet records and everything like that. And then some of the animals require specific licenses as well that we have to get and maintain. But all of the animals that we own, a lot of work and energy goes into them, understanding how they work, their metabolism, how everything is geared. And so sloths are really, really sensitive to temperature changes because they can't regulate their own body temperature. And so it feels pretty good in here today because it's pretty warm outside, but it stays a constant 77, 78 degrees in here, and that's year round. And so if their temperature was to drop much below that, it could be really bad news for a sloth because they would not be able to digest the food that's in their system.
Really?
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so they both have outdoor enclosures that we open up when the temperature is warm enough. But if someone were to leave those doors open on accident in the evenings and go home, we could come back into a non-live sloth.
Oh my god. So you have to do like,
Yes, everything has to be, and we have cameras in both of their enclosures just to ensure that, we always have people that are double checking on them, making sure everything is all right and everything's set up the right way and the way that it should be.
do you love your job?
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
I would love this. So how long have you been here?
I've only been here for about 3 weeks now.
Oh,
You don't want the carrots? I don't think you want the carrots.
Yeah, it can be pretty picky sometimes.
Okay. That's okay. You're allowed to be. There's a green bean. Yeah. And maybe getting full. Oh my gosh. So it's crazy.
he's
to me
got a
that you
runny
just
nose.
Hold. I know. I want to wipe it so bad. Here.
And they also have really specific humidity requirements as well. So we have a mister that goes all the way up through his enclosure that goes 20 foot in the air that we run once a day. And so it stays really humid in his room and his enclosure. And that's why most of the time his nose is wet like that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
So
They even
are you,
choose them.
so all in nature or?
I have a bachelor's degree in animal science.
Okay.
So I got my 4-year degree doing that, and then I'm wanting to go to vet school.
I
So I'm
figured as
still-
much.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Have you thought about LMU?
That's one I'm considering.
That's where I work.
Oh, really?
I'm a nurse recruiter actually, but I know my friend actually recruits people who want to be vets. I can give you I've got my card and
Yep.
work out. It's a good school.
Yeah.
I don't know the vet program as much,
Yeah.
but everybody seems to be very happy,
Yeah.
the nursing students, so.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful area.
Oh, Carriget is
Yeah.
gorgeous. Now, I actually work at the Knoxville campus,
Oh,
Silver
okay.
Bluff, but I've been to Harrogate and it is beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It's pretty here.
Yeah.
Where are
it
you
is
from?
here. Madisonville.
That's where Mary's from.
Really?
My ex-sister-in-law, who we're still
Okay.
friends with.
Yeah.
Did you know the Witts? Judge Witt?
Mm-mm.
It's like asking someone in New York City, do you know the?
I bet you know.
Is he cool?
Do you ever does he like kisses? I mean, I'm not gonna kiss him, but does he like kisses or anything?
No, so we don't ever really get that close to Flash. I mean, we can stand really close to him, but being up in their face and their personal business
No.
like that, they have really poor eyesight. They have what's called broad monochromacy.
I read that.
Yeah, so they can't see color. They see in black and white. And seeing motion, they can sense motion very well. So if someone were to come up, close to his face, that would probably startle
Scare
him
the
pretty
crap out
much.
of them.
Yeah, so we would never get up that close to his face, but green beans in his face is just fine.
That's perfect.
He's just a little baby.
How old is?
I was gonna ask.
Yeah, Flash is 6 years old. So when we got him, he was already 3 years old, and he, before we got him, the facility that we got him from never interacted with him like this whatsoever. So it was similar to like a zoo. He was just behind some plexiglass. He got his food in a dish, and for him that was amazing. That's what he enjoyed. But so when he came here, and we slowly started to try to work with him about interacting and seeing about if he would want to take food from our hands and things like that. It took John, the owner, about 2 years of really just working with him and talking with him and getting him to come down and handing him food,
That's
out of
so
our hands.
sad.
That he would actually consider even doing that.
You're a
And
good
so-
Mm-hmm.
baby.
Our other 2 sloths are hugging sloths. They love to be on people, and they were bred for that.
Right.
So they went through an ambassador program.
So you mean bread, like so?
Yeah, so we got Zoe and Dash, our baby, from the same breeder, and he raises ambassador animals. And so he clicker trains his mothers to know that when she hears the clicker noise, she's gonna get a little treat, whether that be a banana or some sort of a treat that she enjoys. And the breeder would borrow baby for about 10-15 seconds. And as that baby gets just a little bit older and a little bit older, every day that time will slowly increase just a little bit longer and a little bit longer, up until the point where the mother weans the baby naturally. The baby is used to being held for upwards to 30 minutes to an hour a day. And so by the time that they are fully weaned, they go through an ambassador test, which means that given the opportunity between holding on to a person and being held by a person and doing something that they enjoy, whether that be a specific hammock or a basket or an area that they enjoy hanging out and that they usually would be on mom at, that they would rather stay on the person. And so that test would look similar to the breeder would be holding the baby and would walk up to a basket or a hammock or wherever they enjoyed staying, and see if the baby would rather go back and be in the hammock or wherever at.
Okay.
And then that test would be repeated vice versa. So the baby would already be in the hammock or basket or wherever, and the person would walk up to the basket and see if the baby would rather climb onto the person. And so,
No, no, mom.
and so both of our babies that we have here passed that final ambassador test. If the babies weren't to pass that test, that's fine. They'll just go to a facility that does not require an ambassador animal. So our goal here is to have, obviously Flash is super cool too, and we get to feed him and touch him. Although he doesn't like to be held, we have 2 other ones that like to be held. And our goal is to give people their sloth fix here at a place that they've been ethically bred and treated well, and generations upon generations upon generations removed from rainforest, so that you would not feel tempted to go to a place where they're native and disrupt, their ecosystems that live on their back and everything.
And that makes sense, though.
Okay, I know. I just want to kiss your snoot so bad, but no, I'm not gonna.
Do you hear? Can I FaceTime my best friend?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. She wanna. Let me see if it'll work.
calling Danny?
Yeah. No, okay.
You don't want a green bean?
These more for Rocky?
Yeah, some of them are for Zoe, but yeah, if he gets picky and we gotta go to the next bowl, that's fine too.
He likes the green beans.
Yeah, green beans are his favorite.
You want green
Call me
beans?
back as soon as you can so we can FaceTime you with this baby.
You like those green beans, don't you? I know. What do they eat out in the wild, or have you already touched?
Yeah, so in the wild, they only eat the leaves of the sarcopia trees.
You told me
Yeah,
that.
and those are the trees that naturally grow in the rainforest. So if you see the paintings that are in this room, the very top of the room, all those trees are what the sarcopia trees look like. And
Can
they
you spell that?
Sarcopenia.
sarcopia, I don't.
SCARPIO.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm definitely not an English major. But
Oh, come on. Sarcopia.
Yeah. But their goal is to find the newest and freshest leaves that they've got. So when we're petting Flash, he really only likes the back of our hands, just soft
Oh, the
down the
back,
back. Yeah.
sorry.
He doesn't like the cat scritches
The cat
like you think
scratch.
about, a cat or a dog would enjoy.
I'm sorry. You're just too cute. It's your fault. It's because you're just so
Sarcopia. I don't think I'm spelling it right. I don't think I'm spelling it right. And besides, I don't have any service in here, so.
Yeah, the service is kind of spotty in here.
It is. You can,
Did they string your beans for you? Or do you have strings on your beans?
No, he's not picky at all, that's for sure.
be sweet.
But,
How long does sloths live?
so in the wild, there's not ever been a scientist that has tracked a sloth from birth until geriatrics.
No. Just use the back of your hand.
Until geriatrics because they're quite difficult to track. But in captivity, the longest sloth that we know of lived to be 54 years old.
Oh, my word.
Yeah, so
Can
they
you
can.
buy them? Can you like have a sloth?
Yeah, so there's no reputable breeder that would sell to the general public in America. Those breeders that would consider doing something
Or
like
use
that,
your nails?
yeah, are the breeders that, don't put in as much work and effort into the breeding process. So we already had Flash before we got Zoe and Dash, but you could imagine that the breeder that we got them from was very rigorous in the questioning that we went through and seeing how our setup looked.
So you have
and
to like be able to,
Yes.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yes.
I mean,
They are very, very, very sensitive animals, and any little disturbance with their natural routine and
that would
everything.
be hard to, that would honestly be hard to keep.
And
to
the-
make sure that they're,
The biggest thing is that I don't know a lot of people that would like to keep their house at 78 degrees.
that makes
But
sense.
that is what they require. So 78 to 85 degrees is their
Oh.
sweet spot.
That makes
Yeah.
total
I
sense.
dropped your green bean.
That's fine. We can just get a new one. We won't feed him the one that was on the
Okay.
floor.
Here you go, Yum.
Be getting a little bit full.
Still got them full,
There we
honey.
go.
You might be good. It might be nap time.
So it's just
Can I put
crazy
this-
to me that they can
Yeah, that's fine.
stay like that.
Yeah, and so their entire system, their metabolism, their blood circulation, everything is set up exactly for them to be upside down like that. So you could think about for us,
We'll
if we
die.
were to hang upside down like that all the time, it would begin to get pretty uncomfortable. Not to mention how difficult it would be for us. So for them, he's hanging there quite effortlessly.
Yeah.
And if we were to try to do so, it would be quite tiring. And that's because for us to clamp down like this and hold on to a bar, it takes work, it takes energy to do that, because our muscles are tensed up and tight, and that's not, normal for us. But for him, the clamp down position like that, similar to what his nails are right now, is their relaxed state. So to be like that, it takes absolutely no energy and no work for them to do that, and that's because the tendons and ligaments that are in their arms are so tight. Now for them to open up their claw and reach for the next branch, that's what takes work, is opening that up and extending it out.
Oh my god. So like when he does, even when he like leans his arm back, that's
Yeah.
like,
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah.
So is this pretty much all they eat?
Yeah, they also get a mix of spinach, and then twice a week he gets a boiled egg for his protein, because in the wild, He would eat small insects and bugs and moths that live in their fur. And that would be their source of protein. Some people who own sloths will feed them insects and small bugs like that for their protein, but we opt for just the boiled egg. Another kind of cool thing. Yeah, he eats it pretty well. He had his yesterday.
Their granddaughter.
But another kind of cool thing about sloths is that they have the ability to just completely shut off the want to eat. So
I wish I
their
had
system, exactly, their digestive tract already takes 30 days to digest everything that's in it. And
It
so,
takes 30.
yes, so you can imagine that if they did not have that internal off switch that they could just turn off when they're not hungry, that would be pretty difficult for them to, they would basically just bloat. So they really need that internal system to say, hey, I've had enough, I need to digest some before I eat more, and then they will eat after they've digested what they need to.
What's on his booty?
That's just a little bit of shavings. So when he comes down to use the bathroom, they only use the bathroom once a week, and they go down the same side of the tree every time
Once a week?
to the same pile. And they do a little potty dance where they scoot their bottom down on the ground just like that,
Oh.
and he gets a little bit of shavings on it when he does that.
And so they sleep like that.
Does he ever get a bath?
Not, he doesn't, because he has never offered to climb onto us, and it would be pretty difficult to wash his bottom like that. If it gets bad enough where he's got some, little dingleberries caked up out there, we can get, a wet paper towel and kind of clean it up a little bit. But yeah, no, they don't really require much grooming like that.
Have you ever touched their claws?
Yeah, sometimes when they grab out for us and everything, that we can feel those. And
That's so.
something kind of interesting about the claws is that they continue to grow throughout their life.
Oh, really?
It's a very, very slow growth, but they slowly
Mom, no
naturally,
nails.
they slowly will naturally grind those down as they climb and use the branches and everything. And so in both of their enclosures, the trees that we have in there still has all of the natural bark on it. We don't take that off just to be able to wear their nails down naturally.
God, okay.
And so our baby Dash, he doesn't climb as much. He would prefer to just lay in his basket. And so his nails are just a little bit sharper because he does not climb as
Right.
much.
It's just like, so you just wonder I've always wanted to be inside of the mind of like an animal. Like, what are they really thinking?
Yeah. Probably not much.
Not much. Do you think that they like or they're annoyed by people coming?
I think so sometimes, especially with Zoe. I think you guys have the VIP, right?
Yes,
So you're gonna
yeah.
spend some time with Zoe. So you'll see what I'm talking about. She's really specific in the ways that she likes to be touched. And if people don't listen to the ways that she likes to be touched, and they start to pet her in different ways, then she gets pretty annoyed and she'll start kind of reaching back and trying to get you to
How does
stop.
she like to be?
Yeah,
I
so,
get the feeling he's kind of done.
yeah, it could be, and that's sometimes too, if people start petting him a little bit more aggressively, he'll raise himself up to where he's trying to get away just a little bit,
Oh.
Because
but,
we were both using
Yeah.
those.
and so we
I'm
always tell
sorry.
people that obviously human safety is our primary concern, but our secondary concern is animal comfort.
Of course.
So we always advocate for the animals because they can't advocate for themselves. They can display body language and signals to show people, hey, I don't like that, but not everybody picks up on that. And so especially with Zoe, we'll go over it a little bit more when we go in there, but she does not like her belly or her sides being touched, and she only really just likes really slow pets down her back.
And no nails.
Yes.
And
So
no
no
nails.
cat
No
scritches and no going up the wrong way. And she will definitely let you know if she doesn't like it. A lot of times she'll just start kind of whipping back with her hand trying to say, hey, stop that.
And that's understandable.
Yeah. So she was our first baby. We had Flash already, but she's our first baby sloth that we had. And so with any first child, you can imagine you want to do everything just right. And so the first time she ever started to show us, hey, I don't really like my sides being touched. I don't really like my belly being touched. We're like, okay, girl, that's all you just let us know. And we never worked with her on that. And because of that, she has, as she's gotten older, stuck to that and does not like her sides or her belly being touched in very specific ways. But she still loves being handled and enjoys
But just
spending time
certain,
with people.
so
Yeah,
no belly, no sides.
yeah, exactly.
And no nails.
Yeah. But she'll let us know, and if she, if she were to get fussy or anything like that, we always just put our hands right back below her bottom just to support her and give her just a minute to calm down, and then she pretty much will go back into cuddle mode.
How often do they?
Is this how they sleep?
Yeah, they sleep upstairs. You did that.
I haven't studied sloth.
I have.
I know you have.
And so scientists used to think that they slept upwards to 18 hours a day, but after doing a little bit more intense research up close, they realized that a lot of the times that they thought they were sleeping, they were just hanging just like that with their eyes open, doing absolutely nothing but digesting their food, which is what they do most of the time, because the Sarcopia leaves that they eat are very, very low in caloric content, so they supply them very little energy. If you think about all the metabolic processes that it takes to create ATP, which is what they expel to do work, they don't have a whole lot of energy stores like that. And so hanging just like that pretty much all the time, they're not on the move to go look for more food or look for a mate, is what they do. And so when they're hanging like that, a lot of the times the scientists thought that they were sleeping when they're just hanging, but they're just hanging there doing nothing. So after doing some more research, they realized that it's only about 15 to 16 hours a day that they sleep, which is still a lot of sleep.
Yeah.
Not quite as much as they originally thought.
How do they have sex? I
Katie.
mean, so, I'm just curious there.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's the same.
Yeah. So the female, when she goes into heat, one of the noises that they make is a really loud screech that the female will make. It sounds like a D sharp if you're into music. And she'll let those out periodically until a male finds her. So the males that are in the area will slowly make their way to that tree, most of the time by water. So in the rainforest there are many little streams and things like that that go throughout under the groves of the Sarcopia trees. They travel a lot faster by water than they do crawling on the ground. So if the trees are not touching close enough to where they can just go to the next tree, they will go down and go through the water to try to find that tree that she's in.
So how did they go through the water?
They swim. Yeah.
Like this?
It's more so like out the sides, kind of like how we do, but they can move much faster in water than they can just on the ground, because when they're on the ground, it's more like just a belly crawl.
So
and
they're
they
not
go
doing
really,
the
really
backstroke.
slow.
then?
No. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, do they stay with the person?
No, so in the wild, they are very, very solitary animals. They do not, it's very rare to see two sloths in the same tree. If you do, it's probably either that they have just mated or are about to mate, or it's a baby and a mother that are slowly separating. So after they mate, they don't hang out afterwards. They will separate again. The male will go and find his tree, another tree that has no other sloths in it, and he'll hang out there. And then once the mother has her baby, she'll have it for approximately 4 or 5 months until she weans that baby. And it's not always that the mother will wean the baby and leave. Sometimes it's that the baby, after the mother has no more milk supply, the baby will leave the mother. So obviously there's that maternal connection when they're young, but after the mother stops producing milk, they're like, what am I still doing here? And
Right.
they'll just separate. So,
See, I wonder what the emotional
yeah,
kind of.
They're loners.
pretty much. Very solitary.
His little eyes are closed. And he's
Yeah.
probably just relaxing.
Yeah.
I see them open. You heard me talking about you. I think you did.
Yeah.
I think you did.
And since they have such poor eyesight, if you think about us losing one of our senses, the others tend to be heightened, and it's the same way with them. So he probably heard Kevin open up that door and close it. He's like, hey, who's coming in here now? And so since they can't see the difference between us like we were talking about, they can hear the difference. So Flash is still learning my voice because I've not been here quite as long as everybody else, but he knows everybody else's voice. And John, the owner, all he has to do in the mornings is just open up the door and poke his head in and go, hey, Flash. And Flash will start coming down because he knows who it is. Yeah. And they also know their names. And so the babies, when they were both small enough that they're in the basket, Dash is still in the basket right now. He could be down in his basket taking him a good little nap with the blanket covered up over top of him, which he usually does. We could be in the room having a conversation, and then as soon as we start talking about Dash and saying his name, he will slowly start to uncover himself and go up and look over the basket. And Zoe did the same thing when she was a baby.
I'm gonna go get the 10:30 and then I'll go with them into Zoe.
Okay.
Good.
Oh, shoot. So, there's so many questions I have. Like, I've researched it, but,
Yeah.
so they go to the bathroom once a week.
Mm-hmm. And so
That's just to poop though, right?
no, it's both of them. So between solid and liquid, they expel about a third of their entire body weight. And so Flash, before he goes to the bathroom, can be upwards to 20 pounds, and then after he goes to the bathroom, he can be about 15. So that's about a five pound
Can I
between
still-
solids and
Can I
liquids.
still pet
Yeah,
him, or
that's
is he
fine.
done?
No, that's
I
fine.
don't wanna bug him if he's
Yeah,
done.
just slow pets, just so we don't scare him or anything. But, yeah, so it is quite a massive feat for them, and a lot of people say, man, I wish I could do that. And I'm like, I don't know about you, but I don't wanna gain that much weight.
I don't want
go to the
to
bathroom.
That's,
Get
it's
your sister
comfortable.
clothes.
Yeah.
It's very
Yeah.
uncomfortable. This is just amazing to me. So what's your favorite animal?
I really enjoy the sloths. I like hanging out with them a lot. That's my primary job, is I'm the sloth keeper. But then Baku, I'm sure that Kevin will talk about him some too, but he is a little 3-banded armadillo. That is oh yeah, he's right there.
Oh, hi! Oh, holy hemlock, you are too cute. What's his, Baku?
Bakugan. And he loves to scratch at people's ankles and their toes, so he might start scratching around at your
Okay.
feet.
Hi, buddy.
But yeah.
Look at him go.
Yeah. He looks
Here,
like a
dude.
little russet potato on high heels, pretty much.
Hey.
He is the quiet little character.
Hello, buddy.
And for such a small little animal, he has a big character. A lot of the times he will start intensely looking at something and clawing at it and trying to see what it is, and then he'll flip over onto his side and act like he's stuck, and it scares people, and they're like, oh my gosh, is he hurt? And then a few seconds later, he'll jump back up and be fine.
He's so cute.
But he can curl all the way up into a ball. He is a 3-banded Brazilian armadillo. So these are not the kinds that we see on the
Oh
sides
my
of the road.
gosh.
Yeah, so this is his head plate and that's his tail. And he can close that all the way up.
I've got it, Kathy. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And one of their defense mechanisms is that if something were to be after them, they'll leave his carapace, this is a carapace, they'll leave it open just a little bit so that whatever it is that's trying to get them will stick their tongue in there or stick their paw in there, and then he'll clamp closed on it.
Oh.
And he will not open up until he feels like it.
I just saw his nose.
Yeah.
He's a cute little
Fella, you're just a good boy. Yes, you are. Hello. Hi.
Hi, do they feel?
So they've got little hairs all on them.
Oh, sweet baby.
They are mammals. They have, most of the time they'll have identical twins.
Hey guys, we're gonna be moving around here in just a second. I'm gonna grab some chairs. We're gonna set up in here.
Room and board with Zoe in there. They are roommates. We've not talked about this long moth relationship. We've not talked about the ribs or anything else.
behind you, and whoever wanted to hold first will be in the blue chair.
You did almost smush them. Sounds like what I do.
I know I'm all that.
Oh, goodness
Are you ready?
sakes.
Oh, her.
No, no, no,
She's
The
gonna
blue,
think her.
the blue chair is first.
You go at first.
Oh,
You
really?
go first.
Mm-hmm.
Go first,
I'm gonna let
Molly.
you slide that back up.
Here, let me get it. Let me just put it over here.
So I'm gonna put her right in your lap, and she's just gonna hold on.
Oh,
Whoops.
You-
Oh, my gosh.
Just remember, no nails, no tummy, no sides.
Just be relaxed. And they just like everything really slow and soft.
Hey, baby. Use the back of your hand.
There you
Use
go.
the back of your hand.
I'm gonna get you a couple little snacks. So if she tries to hold onto your finger, she thinks it's little food, so you just roll your hand away from a little bit. I'm gonna get you some snacks, okay?
snacky snack. Does he want a snack?
You want a snack?
Michaela, can you give me a little bowl of snacks for Zoe, please? Can you give me a little bowl of snacks for Zoe? You're awesome, thanks. There you go, you can be chief feeder.
Do you want a little snack of root?
She don't.
Yum, yum, yum. Yum, yum, yum. She might not like that though. My voice
Just-
is highly annoying.
No, it's not annoying, just
It's
nice
very
and.
annoying.
It's not, no.
I had a greyhound.
Here's
I know
one.
it's
You can
hard.
hold the whole bowl and you can feed her. You had a greyhound?
Yeah, he was the love of my life. He-
Was it like a rescue?
He was.
Oh, that's cool, yeah.
Yeah, he was a double A racer, so he was a badass.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got cancer.
Aw.
Is it good?
He died last year. I would dress him up for every single occasion. Actually, here's a picture. That's, yeah, Tennessee.
Aw, that's cute.
But then,
When he passed away, have you ever heard of the cuddle clone?
Mm-mm. Aw.
She had a stuffed dog made just.
There you go.
it's creepy.
Alright, yeah. She's trying to hold on to your necklace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe she wants a neck.
Flash did not like the
Uh-oh.
carrots.
Yeah, the sweet potatoes sometimes are hit and miss for them.
They're sweet potatoes.
I think sometimes they're a little dry for him. That's the reason he switches over.
Now, can I pet while
Oh yeah, 100%.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah, just keep it like below her head because if not, she's like, wait, are you trying to feed me? And you have a bad aim.
Yeah.
Like she's ready. Is there any more in there? Yeah, she will.
You are too cute. How old is she now?
Her birthday was December 16th.
Her first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're just a baby. You're just a baby. Yes, you are.
So what Michaela was saying about the sloth moth is they come down every 7 to 10 days to use the bathroom, right? But that sloth moth crawls up onto them and lives on them. So when they groom themselves, the bacteria that they get from the moths and everything else on their fur, that's how they digest their food. So if it got really, really cold, they could die with a full stomach because the bacteria died off.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Yeah. So people are like, oh, I'm just going to go get a sloth. We're like, nope, that's a bad idea.
No, you just don't realize how much work you put into it.
And 75 to 80 degrees all the time.
That's insane.
So back when we had that 0 degree, 10, 0 for like 2 or 3
I
weeks,
shudder to think what you're.
it was high. Yeah. And then we have to rehumidify things every day because they need 50% humidity. And so, like during winter, everything dries out and your skin dries out. So we have to do the humidity.
You're just high maintenance. Yes, you are.
I think she thinks she's an Egyptian princess, the way she's like laid back.
I know, it's too humiliating. She does.
She's like, feed me, slaves. Feed me the
Okay.
food.
I know. I know.
Or that old movie, what was it?
What's the old
The Little House of Horrors, where the plant was like, feed
Yes.
Seymour, feed me. That was hilarious. So y'all here from Tennessee?
Oh yeah, we live in Knoxville.
Oh, cool, not too far.
Yeah.
That was a gorgeous drive.
You come down 411? That's what I always tell people to do.
Wow.
I'm like, don't get on 75. It's a disaster. People can't drive. Go a little bit
Well, we
slower.
came part of the way on 75,
Yeah.
but when we got off, it was just, and then when we turned off to get on this road.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
It's pretty fun. I just tell people to slow down through the small towns or you will be making a
Yeah.
financial donation.
No, you're making it. Yeah.
100%.
Now, are you from here?
I live like 10 miles south and I grew up in North Georgia, like Dawsonville area.
Okay, yeah.
Not too far away.
Okay. Now let me ask you this: are you a Tennessee fan or?
Is that football?
Mhm.
I don't
You're not a
really.
big.
I like to fall off stuff like mountain biking and kayaking and snowboarding.
Yeah.
I can't sit still and watch a game. I had lots of friends that played in college and that was fun to go watch them play. But I can't sit still.
I'm the same. Well, I'm highly ADHD, so I have to be constant. Even if I'm watching. I'm sorry, baby. Can I still?
Yeah, that's fine.
If I'm sitting watching TV, I have to be doing something.
Yeah.
Like that's why I love to. I roller skate. I'm gonna go paddle later. I love to paddle.
They tried to say I was ADHD, but I can't spell it, so I probably don't know. So.
Well, it was funny because when I went to the doctor the first time, I was like, I know I'm ADD. She's like, no, honey, you're not ADD. You're ADHD. Like, you're bad. I was like, well, that's why I am the way I am. And I'd rather bust my balls all the time, like, you're just so da-da-da. I'm like, this is why I am the way I am.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't want to be any other way.
She's a lot softer than you'd think, isn't she?
We were just telling, what's her name again?
Michaela.
Okay, we're telling her, like, I think I've got 4 stuffed sloth animals. Mom's got 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then in my office, I recruit nurses at LMU.
Yeah.
Where she's thinking of going there, actually. I've got this big ginormous sloth, and it's our support sloth animal.
Oh, there you
So
go.
when the kids have a bad day, they'll come in my office.
Pay attention.
Oh, hush. They'll come in my office and they'll hold the sloth. It's
Yeah.
sweet.
Yes. I'm sorry you only sleep like a night. I love that when she does
She's like, wait, there's 2. What do I do? No, you're fine. Just let her figure it out for a second. She'll just flip herself over.
Are you okay?
Here, let me take one out just so she's not.
I'm so sorry.
There you go.
Sit
Did
down.
I confuse you? I think I did. I think I did.
She's like, don't make my snacks complicated.
I know. Come on.
Is that Kevin?
Oops, too far.
No, where's the...
I think Baku's still out there with them. Yeah. If not,
They're all
he'd
gone.
be all over your toes.
They're all gone.
Oh, no, go say something below that.
Do you want to hold it?
We'll switch
Her.
probably in about 5
It's
minutes.
a her, Mama.
Her.
It's Zoe. Hers isn't Zoe. Yes, hers is. You're precious. Yes, you are. I'm so sorry I don't have any more snackies. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You don't want to get fat, do you?
Well, they poop one time. I
Yeah.
didn't know that. That's crazy.
And she does. She starts to look like an eggplant towards the end. And then she loses it and you're like, oh, it looks like a normal sloth now. But
What if that's uncomfortable for them?
that's just what they do.
I guess that's normal. Back up. Sorry. You annoy me too. How long have you been here?
I've been here about 1.5 years, and the farm has been doing farm tours and encounters for about 3 years. But they only opened it up to non-lodging when I started, just because it was only lodging people that were allowed, because it starts to get a lot more complicated when you have people driving from all over. But it's really funny because a lot of the people that would come were from Germany, Australia, and like a lot of international visitors.
Oh my gosh.
So when I started, they had 2,500 on Facebook, and that was it. So now we have like 160,000 on Facebook, and same on TikTok. So we're a little
So
bit,
you're on Facebook?
and
I'll have
YouTube.
to friend you.
Well, thank you. We do a lot of lives, and this is on YouTube right now.
That's so
Oh,
cool.
it is?
I love that. I don't do the social.
It's
Well, you can YouTube.
you get
Me YouTube.
You got to do it with a grain of salt because sometimes people get behind keyboards and
You know.
lose their manners.
You know how that
I
is.
don't post
Yeah,
stuff, I work.
yeah.
I'm a worker,
Creeper.
a
What do you call
creeper.
that, a creeper, Kathy?
I'm a creeper. I'm like a sloth. Ouch.
Yeah, no, you're good. I was making sure she was okay.
Oh, she's okay. She's okay. She's okay. Get a close up of her little face. This is so sweet.
Dude, I would love your job.
Well, I do a lot of hardware networking and software and business development and Canva and
Canva. I love
YouTube
Canva.
and yeah, there's
I
always
love
something new out.
When I was recruiting actual nurses, I used Canva all the time.
It's pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm. I like it. I do one. And I can do.
So what's up? What's up, little girl?
She's like, I had some snacks. I'll probably close my eyes. We'll probably actually switch here in a minute, and then she'll probably kind of chill on. What was your name again, ma'am? Katie?
Katie.
Yeah, she'll probably kind of sleep on Katie. She's trying to fall asleep on Kathy there.
Just a baby girl.
You can't have her if she falls asleep.
I keep saying I'm gonna take them with me, but
You just gotta bring a bigger purse next time.
I know. But yeah, with all I just didn't realize all the stuff that you have to do to make sure the temperature.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
And a lot of different animals.
Yeah.
Did you guys sign up for any other encounters?
No.
What?
I know. We have to come back.
There's like farm tours, and you can ride a camel. You can bottle feed baby
You
kangaroos.
can ride a camel?
You know,
Oh, I'll come back.
and Scottish Highland
What about the
cows.
zebra?
Can't ride the zebra. No zebra has ever successfully been domesticated. They're kind of like if you imagine a 16-year-old boy that got all of a six-pack. That's kind of like what they're like all the time. They have no off switch. They're cool to look at and stuff, but like they got no off. So the reason that we have the zebra is we're gonna breed it with the donkey, and so we'll have a zonkey that's
Zonkey.
yeah, much more domesticated. So like that movie Stripes that you saw, like the old Disney movie where they're racing the
I
zebra.
haven't seen that. I have not seen
We'll have to see that.
It's the same guy that trained those zebras trained our camels, and he goes, most of those are white horses painted with black stripes. He goes, there was one zebra that you could kind of ride. He goes,
Yeah.
they're not cool. He's like, they want to mess you up constantly. Yeah, I was like, not my jam.
So, did you hear about the zebra that got loose?
I did, and I saw everybody's like posting this random picture on all their pages. It's kind of funny. Yeah.
My son sent me a notice this morning about the zebra.
Yeah.
He said, is he in your backyard?
Yeah.
I said, no, we brought him in, keep him in the house.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up Zoe, and then Katie, you can switch with. I know, I'm sorry. Let's see. Hey, Zoe. Hey, I'm right here. I'm right here.
It's a calf. It's Kevin.
Oh, she loves you.
Come on, pull it out. No, not like that. Come here. There you go.
We know who she
You need a
loves.
hand
I
up.
do.
Okay.
Yes, she does.
It sits kind of low, but it's comfy.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Baby.
All right.
Oh,
If
I'm in
it-
heaven.
If it pulls too much on your shoulders, just reach lightly reach back and tap.
Can I kiss her?
Yeah. She's pretty chill. So what kind of nurses do you recruit?
So now I just recruit students at LMU.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Or it was a bunch of just, RNs, CNAs, medical assistants.
I bet during COVID you were going crazy.
Oh, it was insane.
Yeah.
The amount of money you could make.
I had a couple friends that were travel nurses during that. And they're like, you could just go one town over and just be a travel nurse.
Oh, yeah, you could.
Yeah.
You could. There was one nurse I spoke to at the time, she was making $150 an hour.
Yeah.
I can't do what you do.
We, at that time, I was doing some logistics work, and we were transporting kind of vaccines and different things like that. And they would be like, just name your price. And I was like, what? And they're like, 10x, it doesn't matter. I was like, we're not doing that. And I was telling everybody, I was like, we're about to have inflation. They're like, why? And I was like, because the amounts that we're spending don't make any sense. It would just be like, so normally like a cross country load between like 6 to 10. They'd be like, charge us 40, 50, 60, we don't care.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I was like, this feels
You're
like it's
right.
gonna explode.
And what happens?
Yeah.
You get,
God,
I don't know, I was gonna say.
Are you asleep?
And if y'all want me to take your picture together, we can do that too.
This is like heaven, dude.
It was pretty fun.
Besides being on, like, water. I teach yoga too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I've been trying to convince the owners that we should do yoga here with like the goats and the
With the
animals and
goats,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. One of the owners has a little bit of a hang up
Okay,
thinking that
that's a
it
little
might be
bit of a trip
whatever.
for you to
Might
do.
be what?
Riding at Star,
Oh yeah, Star Mountain, it's right here. That's one of the ones that we're gonna be doing.
no, this is in Knoxville.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
therapeutic riding.
Right. Hippotherapy.
Oh, okay, so
Mhm.
this is the one in Knoxville.
Yeah. We're not gonna be doing hippotherapy because we don't have anybody qualified, but my aunt lives in Spokane and she does that.
Okay.
Yeah. And my girlfriend's actually a therapist, so we were talking about using the sloth as like a therapy animal. I was like,
Oh, they
"There's
so
people
do
that love
that.
that." I was like, because a lot of times, like, people have a lot of stuff going on, you know, and the sloth kind of helps chill people out. So,
They do though.
Yeah.
I think that's a beautiful idea.
So I was just a helper. I walked beside the horse,
Mhm.
you know, while the child was on the horse.
Yeah.
But it was a little bit more than I could do. But they wanted me to trot alongside the horse, and
Oh,
it was
yeah.
just a little bit more than
Yeah.
I could handle.
Can I just call my friend back?
Mhm.
Based on, okay, I'm gonna see if I can try her.
You can join the Wi-Fi if you need Wi-Fi.
Okay, my phone's about to die. I'm gonna have to use yours.
She's trying to recruit Katie.
Yeah. Can you use your phone and Wi-Fi? How to call?
And the Wi-Fi is just Coe Riverside Farm, and the password is Farm 2025 with just the F capitalized.
Hey, that's actually a beautiful idea. You know, you think like if you take Sloth to like, you know,
So what is it again? Guest 5GHC.
Just the one that says the Coe Riverside Farm, and then click on that, and then the password is capital F, and then just Farm 2025.
capital F.
Farm.
2025, yes ma'am.
Oh, 2025. That makes sense.
Tried to make it easy.
He reminds me a little bit of Zach.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Uh-oh, is Zach a good
That's
person?
not boyfriend.
Oh, okay. I was like, I hope he's good. You're like, I hate my brother Zach. I'm like, oh no.
The hair, he's got like you.
Yeah.
Kind of, your personality is kind of that.
So I have a 8-year-old daughter, and she's like super long blonde hair. and it's like kind of waving. She's like, I got my waves from mom. I was like, nope, that's from me. She's like, I don't believe you. And I was like, I'll grow out my hair and show you, because before I had really short hair, and so now I'm growing it out.
Zach had long blonde hair, curly like that. His hair when they chopped it off as a kid. Yeah, I'm the bohemian. Nick, my brother, he's very like he's banged up. He's
Oh, yes.
straight-laced, and
Yes.
I'm the hippie free spirit.
Bohemian.
You guys could be like on, remember that, the movie Knives Out, where there's like the freeze? What?
I've seen
It's
so
so
many
good.
movies,
It's
but-
Daniel Craig, and it's kind of a
I love
spoof,
Daniel
like
Danny?
crime detective. Do what?
He's
Yes.
Oh.
I'm trying to FaceTime you so you could, here you go.
okay. So
But there's like a
Knives Out.
bohemian sister, and then there's like the straight-laced banker
Oh,
guy.
that's
Yeah.
just that's
Can you-
Dan? Dan? Oh, Mommy, your phone. Get her off your phone. I mean, on your watch. She's on your watch, I think. No, she's on your earphones.
Yeah, my ear. Hold on a minute, Danica, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Nick's like,
Okay, you're on speaker. Danny?
can you see us? The whole point is for her to see us.
I can't help it. Did I do something wrong?
Do you know how to FaceTime?
It should be it should be right there. It says it is. It says that it's on, but
Oh, what?
I don't know why. Maybe it's not showing the screen.
I'll try again.
I'm sorry. Katie's gonna try. We just wanted you to see the slide.
Okay, don't kill me. Password again?
Farm 2025.
And capital F.
Mm-hmm.
Knives Out, Daniel Craig.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's really good.
Gotta watch that. Is it on net?
I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah, we are the teetotal opposite.
Oh,
Teetotal.
he's banker, all his life,
Yeah.
suits, you know.
You can just look at me. Here she is. Me, Kevin. That's Danny, my best friend. She's in Libertyville, Illinois. Look at this.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't she sweet?
That's very sweet. Looks very relaxed.
Yes. And then we met. I tried to FaceTime you in there when we were visiting with the other one, Flash.
And what's her?
But Zoe.
Zoe and Flash, very cute.
I just laughed. I'm
I startled you, I'm so sorry. I'm just so sorry.
She is chill.
Look at her, like she's kind of wrapped around me, Dan.
Yeah.
Oh, she is. Look at her little paw.
How's work?
It's going, but that's pretty cool.
Okay, I'll call you after. I just wanted you had to see.
Yeah.
Oh my baby. That's a good girl. Good.
Okay, bye.
Okay.
We're like a married couple. We FaceTime at least twice a day.
I love you.
Oh,
Do you like that or no?
That's okay.
She's like, do you have food? Is that what you're telling me? You probably have to get her claw out of there, because she'll not be able to. There you
It
go.
wasn't expensive.
It may not be expensive, but I'm pretty sure you still want to be wearing it in the next minute or two. So I'm just like,
just saying.
because if she pulls on it too hard, you may get a little bit more than you bargained for.
Sweet baby, I'm gonna take you home. But you're a little too high maintenance for me.
Yeah, have to keep the house too too warm.
Yeah, I would
I
go.
like it cold at night.
Yes.
It's home.
When it's too warm, I'm like, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
Hey, baby. I'm hot natured, and so I'm constantly sweating, even in the wintertime. Oh. I just want to like squeeze them. Where's your phone? My goodness.
Are you hiding your noggin?
Here. You want more?
I'm just
I'm gonna let them know that we're gonna bring the chairs out there for them. For
okay,
their
sweetie.
We're gonna bring the chairs out there for him.
Oh, she's licking me.
She's licking.
Because they have. Yeah.
She thinks
good.
there's something
You
to
did
it.
double, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're supposed to do all of it eventually.
We're not worried about missing that as much as this, yeah.
She's got her mouth open.
She's wanting.
She's wanting more food.
Yeah.
Wanting a snacky snack.
She's about to go hold some other people here in just a second, so
I'm so sorry, I don't have any more.
we won't distract her too much. A lot of times she'll kind of not give up, but then she'll be like, okay, I'll close my eyes. Yeah. She eats plenty. I always feed her in the mornings before we start encounters, just that way, like, she's not too amped up.
Right.
And then we do it live, and, like, if people have questions, because when we're doing encounters, I try not to respond to the 4,000 questions. There really is, like, so many.
Oh God.
Luckily, we have some moderators that help out.
Maybe I ought to just have an audio thing come on.
Well, sometimes people don't say the nicest things, and that's the reason that I have the moderators, is to kick people out.
Good.
They don't say the nicest things.
Mhm. That's what it was.
Something.
Yeah, I was like, you didn't get a hug. I was like,
People are just, I think people are just so angry.
Yeah.
And they're just, that's,
I'm like, go for a walk. See outside. It's not that bad.
there's lots of things I like to do to people like that though. Like, give them a swirly.
My girlfriend always says, this isn't as bad. YouTube isn't as bad as TikTok. Like, TikTok's really weird. Like, if it sees a circle and like in somebody's pants, it'd be like, oh, you're promoting tobacco use. And we're like, what are you talking about? But they're trying to like toe every guideline because, you know, it's like, are they going to get banned or sold or whatever? So everything has to be like perfect on TikTok.
Wow.
On
Yeah.
Facebook, I get these, they're called Reels,
Mhm.
Reels,
Mhm.
and some of them are just,
Over the top.
thank you.
Yeah.
I couldn't even think of something.
Well, I mean, if you see, like, one of the instructors at the yoga studio, I mean, the stuff she posts, like, half
Oh,
naked,
yeah.
just half naked, like, it's like,
She's getting in a cold plunge with her bikini on.
That's alright. I did the same thing in my bikini and it was warm. I thought it would keep me warm and it didn't. Alrighty.
Thank you so much.
You are
You
welcome.
have made my birthday.
Well, happy birthday,
Thank you.
Zoe. I think you did good.
Is there a place to go eat around here that's good where?
Yeah. Bakery on Main, and you can Google it. It's like basically 2 lefts, 2 rights. It's like a little sandwich shop, and
Oh.
it's pretty good. There's no view or anything, but like if you got food there, you could head north. Oh, actually, no, do this. Go to Stillwell Restaurant because you're gonna go north.
Still will.
Yeah, it's set up like an old timey like gas station thing, but the food's not really good. The shakes are okay, but it's right near the Hiwassee River, so then that way like you can get your food and you could even drive straight up the road that parallels the river and stop at any of the picnic tables. So go to Stillwell and then you can drive basically up along the river and pick out anywhere to stop and enjoy your food. Yeah.
Kevin, you are just a wealth of information.
Yes, thank you. I just found it.
Yeah, and it's really good.
I love it.
Like the burgers are great and everything. So, all right, Zozo.
Okay, so,
Let's see if we can. I'm gonna give you a big hug. I don't know if cords were right for this temperature. Come on. Down here. Come
I
on.
probably shouldn't have worn
It's
this.
okay.
Oh, hush, Mom.
It's okay. Oh. All right. You wanna give her a hand? Is she okay?
Okay, here, hang on, let's get these chairs.
You can leave that one. That one's
This
fine.
one's okay?
You can leave the wooden one.
Leave the wooden, Kathy. Kathy, leave that one. Leave that one.
Leave it.
You guys have fun?
Yes, it was lovely.
Oh. We'll head out, hands to hugs. and-
Bye. Good to see you all. Happy birthday. Good to meet
Thank you,
you.
sweetie.
Look at that
I
bag.
know.
Oh, my goodness.
Did you want to hold first?
Yeah, that'd be fine.
All right.
Sit down.
I'm gonna put her in your lap.
Okay.
And you're just gonna slowly kind of pat her just a little bit.
Oh, good
There
girl.
we go.
Good girl. Good girl. Oh, she's looking at me.
Is she?
We'll get her some snacks here.
Yeah, she's looking at me. She can taste the salt off my chest. Oh, there you go. Good girl. Yes. Good girl. What a precious girl. Yes.
She's looking for
Oh,
her
Yeah,
snacks.
she's like, and here you go. You can feed her as much of that as you want.
Okay.
You can just grab a stick out of there at a time. And
Okay.
think, okay, let's go back. Flash is like, what's in that room?
Yeah, let me check that out.
Girl. Good girl. Yes, good girl.
Oh, look at her. She's looking for more.
She's looking for more. Yes. Girl, more.
I'm gonna put him in here since they're out here. Wow, little banky. He's really active today.
Yes, good
I
girl.
had some caffeine.
Good.
Oh, good girl. There you go. She's getting anxious.
We'll have to have the green beans ready for Flash, because he's probably gonna lower down and try to.
Yeah, try to get some.
Boy, she likes that sweet potato. Is that what that is, or carrot? Was it
It's sweet
carrot?
potatoes.
That's what I
I'll
thought.
put these on the side for Flash.
Okay.
Yes, you do it.
I'm gonna grab one of these for her, so
I'm surprised she ate it. She must be pretty hungry.
she seems like she
Yeah.
is. I can
Usually
see
it's the,
it.
if you wanna set that here too, you can have it sit down on the chair.
Yeah, she's hungry.
Yeah.
Oh, you precious girl you are. You are such a precious girl. You are a precious girl. Yes, you are a precious girl.
Her Flash is like,
It's
like,
yeah, Flash is like, I'm here. Good girl. Good girl. Yes, good girl. What a good girl. What a good girl. Yes,
and so I'm sure he talked to you about the ways that she does and doesn't like to be held or
No,
touched
he
and
didn't.
things. Not
I
really.
just put her in my lap.
So she was our first child, and with any first child, I mean, we already had Flash, so we already knew what we were doing with sloths. but she was our first baby sloth. And so with any first baby, you want to do everything just right, the way that you're supposed to, and the way that they like.
Yeah.
And so she first started showing signs when she was really young that she did not like the cat scritches, like you like to do with a dog.
Right,
Um,
right.
She doesn't like her hair to be rubbed the opposite way.
Uh-huh.
She doesn't like her stomach to be touched or her sides to be messed with. And so she's really particular about things like that. And when she first started showing that, we were like, okay, girl, that's all you. You just let us know. We
Right,
will
yep.
respect it.
Absolutely.
And we never really worked with her on that at all. And so as a result, she is still that way. And so she knows everybody is supposed to pet me this way, and if they don't, I get to tell them, who's boss. Yeah. And so she has maintained those habits, and with our baby, Dash, we're trying to work with him to make sure that he's a lot more comfortable with all the different types of touches. Whether it's be
Okay,
messing
I'm
with
going
it.
for you. You're a really patient girl. You're a really patient girl.
Work with him to show people his ears and, their paw pads. And as he's eating, we try to stroke his belly too to make sure that he's comfortable with everything.
Oh, yeah, or you read the whole time?
No, you keep on.
Yeah, you've got 30 minutes.
Oh,
so
yeah.
okay, okay. Well, I wanted Leah to have plenty of
Yeah,
time
for
too.
sure.
The whole time. Oh, my goodness, you are so precious. Yes, you are so precious. Yes, you are. Your little eyes are so sweet. Yes, what a sweet little face. What a sweet little face. What a good girl.
And then you can see the chocolatey brown color that she has on her head.
Uh-huh.
That was pretty much what color she was when she was a baby.
Oh,
So they're pretty much all chocolatey brown like that when they're young. And then as they grow out and they grow their adult fur in,
well, Flash went all the way in there. So good. His daddy's so good.
I think she's going through a growth spurt or something. because
She's
she's
like
lavish.
it.
Man,
she
she is
is.
eating this up, yeah. Daddy's so good. Yes, you do know I'm a no-knower. No-knowers know how to do these things. Yes. No-knowers know how to feed these babies. Yes, what a sweet girl. She was licking my chest.
Yeah?
Yeah. I know because I sweated and it's salty. It's probably
yeah.
about that.
Yeah, she also explores a lot like a 2-year-old does. She
Uh-huh.
has to see
Everything from
everything
her
out her mouth.
Yeah.
And so when you go to sit in that blue chair to hold her, she, for whatever reason, is obsessed with that mesh cup holder.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Huh.
I don't know. Kevin, he always drinks Diet Cokes, and so I don't know if he spilled a little bit of Diet Coke in there and she's like obsessed with it
Yeah.
or what. But she just, she
Something's in there.
will find that and just grab onto it and just go to town licking it and mouthing it. We're like, "Oh,
Well, she was
goodness."
licking my chest real good.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, that was a little one. Let me get it. There you go. You don't want to miss that. That was all the sweet potato. Yes, it was.
Yeah, you can see the bend a little bit
Uh-huh.
more
Uh-huh.
clearly.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. On her little paw. Are you okay? Yeah.
And she's handling it really well right now, but typically she doesn't like her hands to be messed with, so her paw pads and everything, people are enamored with the leather that it looks like.
Right.
Yeah.
And so typically she does not like that. She's handling it pretty well today.
Oops, I dropped it. Sorry. Another. I need to get that one. She's still got that one in her mouth. Yeah. I'll let her finish that one before I offer this one. She'll let me know when she's ready.
Yeah, she will, no doubt.
She's had trouble with that a little bit. It's okay. Go ahead and chew it up, honey.
Was it a green bean?
No, it was one of these other squash or whatever that is. But she's still
She's just
chewing
taking,
on it.
she probably is like,
I think it got kind of stuck to the roof of her mouth a little bit.
Could be, yeah.
oh yeah, she's using that tongue.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but sloths have a really good ability to turn off the want to eat.
Uh-huh.
So since everything, it's weird, it takes their digestive tract 30 days to digest everything that's in it.
Uh-huh.
And so you can imagine that if you already have a really, really slow digestive tract like that,
Right.
you can't just keep eating and eating and eating even when you're
She's
full.
got this stuff.
Yeah, she
It
did
is.
just compliment
Yeah,
it.
I think it came out good. So see, she's having
Very
trouble.
small.
Yeah, I mean, she's been chewing that one ever since I gave it to her.
It's weird.
Yeah, it is weird. Is she getting it now?
I think she's
I
got it now.
think it was stuck in her throat, but she coughed it back out.
Huh.
Good girl. Yes,
I
good
don't think I've ever seen
girl.
her do that.
Good girl.
Yeah, I think she got it down
You
now.
got it now? You got it now? There you
I was
go.
wondering if because she wasn't on time.
No, she usually, I mean, she eats good like that too. She eats her breakfast that way.
Yeah, she just said
Yeah, I
it
thought
was
she was
stuck
just
like to
taking-
the roof of her mouth or
Yeah,
something,
she
yeah.
just didn't make just a little
Uh-huh.
whisper of a to get it back up, but it looked
Yeah,
like it
it's
worked.
good. Well, her could have thrown it all up and I wouldn't care. No, I would not care. No.
But another cool thing about sloths too is that we kind of talked about how everything is geared to be upside down.
Right.
So Flash, he can, and Zoe, if she wanted to, they can, lower down all the way like he did with that banana and eat food just like that. So if I was to try to do a handstand and eat food, I don't know that it would actually go down or go up in that scenario. Because our valves, obviously, we have the ability to vomit. They do not, so that probably was not all the way down her esophagus yet before she coughed it back.
No, it wasn't. I
No,
could
yeah.
see it in her throat,
Yeah.
right in her mouth.
Yeah,
I could, well, did you not want that green bean? You were like
I'm
that
surprised
squash,
she's eating
didn't
the
you?
green beans. Usually she's pretty.
She's like, you know what, I
Yeah.
kind of may not.
After all, she's thinking about that. I won't give you another green bean. I'll give you squash
It's
now.
so funny.
You want squash now? Yes, you want squash.
What was that?
What?
She said that was not squash.
She said, well, I will do it like making me broccoli, but now I want squash. There you go. Good zucchini.
And even their circulatory system is geared to be upside down like that. So if I was to raise my arm and keep it up there for just 10 minutes,
Right.
I would lose feeling in my hand and all of that
Right.
blood would rush down.
Right.
But their valves in their veins and arteries are geared just to be able to, if they need to flush it harder out to their limbs, they can do that. And it prevents it from all pooling in their head if they're all the way down.
Right, okay.
So it's pretty adjustable because they can be like this a lot of times, but then they also can hang all the way down. So their circulatory system has to be able to adapt to those changes and realize when they need to close and open and pump harder and things like that.
Well, this baby's eating a good lunch. She is. Yes, this baby's eating a good lunch. Yes.
They're both so soft. Like I did not imagine that.
Yeah.
Looking at them, you
They
think
look
it would
coarse,
be coarse.
yeah.
Yeah, but it's not. Oh,
Yeah.
it's so soft.
I love their claws. I just think they're fascinating. This is the last of hers. I don't know if she ate those green beans or not. She's
Yeah.
not very happy with me for giving that one to her.
Yeah.
She
We'll
ate
give her
it,
a
but,
minute,
you know.
and if you need to break some spinach out, I can get some spinach. But
Okay.
usually the spinach, if I show her that, she's like, well, if that's all you've got, then I guess I'll just take a nap.
Yeah, I feel that. Same way.
Spinach is good for everyone. I love spinach.
Yeah.
Anyway, anyhow, I love spinach. Hey, girl. That's all I've got.
She's got to be in that B position like you were
Yeah.
talking about. But
That's all I've got, girl.
She says, are you
You
sure?
say, oh, you've been so nice, and now you won't give me any more. Poor baby. Poor baby. You want you on
Yeah,
that
don't let her
bracelet?
get a hold of your
yeah,
bracelet.
you want me to hold it?
She's not home.
Let me take it down. Let's just roll it off.
Yeah, just roll it.
Okay, I'm gonna put it in my pocket.
Okay, got it.
She says, what's going on?
She was liking that.
Yeah.
She was. She was
I don't want you to get a beat or anything.
What a good girl. Yes, what a good girl.
Can't tell I have young children.
No.
That's can go very fast.
What? Yes, I've been dreaming about holding one. Isn't that a
She got
precious
an itch.
thing?
Yep, she's got a little itch.
She's got a
That's so
itch.
funny.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
There you go. You got a good lot of scratch.
Yeah. Well, that's definitely nothing I've ever seen before. Sloth scratch itch, yeah.
She's got this one foot over here just curled up on me.
Ashley, do you want another green bean? Is that why you're coming over?
Just
checking it out.
Oh, she's got my arm now.
Oh, yeah, rotate your arm out of her mouth there because she does like to
Oh, okay.
mouth. And like you saw when
Like
they're
any
eating,
toddler,
yeah,
yeah.
they have sharp teeth
Uh-huh.
and
Good
she may be
girl.
getting a little bit annoyed when you touch her belly like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, it's all right. It's okay.
I'll re-sanitize her hands as well.
No. I don't do anything.
Now she's gonna start exploring.
Uh-huh. You can do that, little sweetheart. Yes, you can. You can do that, little sweetheart. What? You just don't like your belly touched, huh?
I mean, I can't blame her. I don't like my belly touched either.
I don't like my touched either.
You can rub my back, but I don't want any belly peaks.
They go as fast as they go. There was some still over in Europe where they don't have so many animal protection.
They're just right in there, darn her.
Uh-huh. I heard about
So
that.
what time were you supposed to start is it the
This-
farm tour?
Oh, we're
I
just gonna
think it was
catch
the
up with
same
them,
time.
whatever.
I think they ended up accidentally looking at.
Yeah, our family was gonna go on that while
time.
we did this.
Yeah.
So we were just gonna catch up with them after this, wherever they happened to be. This was our deal right here.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
we
she's
can always see
looking, oh, Leah, look, she's reaching.
Oh.
Are you still hungry, baby?
Still want to grab this little sweet potato?
Oh, that'll be good, she likes the sweet potato.
That's so cute.
Oh, that little mouth, oh, honey.
You're gonna high five now.
Oh,
That is
honey.
so cute. Oh my goodness.
Oh, honey, yes.
Oh.
Oh, my
It
goodness.
looks like that painting, you know.
It
with the
does.
fingers.
Yes.
Oh, honey, yes, little honey.
And a lot of people wonder if baby bird is looking up.
Good girl, Pepper.
Yeah, I found it at the barn yesterday. I think it's covered up by that little tissue paper on there.
Yes, Miss Pepper, good girl.
I thought it was not doing
What is
good.
it?
It's a little baby
Little
bird.
baby
Oh,
bird.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
It had been doing well, but then this morning I fed him his breakfast.
Uh-huh.
And on my drive here, usually he'll peep like every time I hit a bump or something, because
Yeah.
he thinks the mom's like landing on the
Uh-huh.
nest.
Right.
But he didn't make a noise the
Oh,
whole
that's
way
not a
here.
good sign.
Yeah, so I was like, I don't know if he's, and he was really still. So I was like, I don't know if I didn't cut up the worm enough for him or what. So I didn't know if he was gonna pass. This is the first time he's made noise today.
Are you holding my hand?
Well, she has tucked her head now.
Yeah, that is her sleeping position.
Uh-huh, she just tucked, she had her breakfast and now she's ready to sleep. Yes, we understand that, don't we? Yes, we do.
You're still
What a precious girl.
Found your appetite again. Just needed a little break.
Yes, yes, this is wonderful.
Before we leave, before you guys catch up out there, I think we got to 11:30, but we'll open up his door and let Flash go outside.
Oh, okay.
And, yeah, because it's,
Yeah.
yeah, you still have to.
Why don't you sit down in that chair and I'll hand her to you, or like her hand it to you. That might be the best idea.
She'll go back up for a minute.
You
but
think
it's
I could
fine.
do it?
No, I'll pick her up.
Okay, well,
Look at her,
what
she's
you
gonna
think?
cling on to you
Yeah,
now.
yeah, now she's gonna play. See, I know a nar when I have one. Oh, honey, oh, honey, oh, honey, oh, honey.
Goodness.
You precious girl. Yes, you are. You're just as
Oh
precious
my
as you can be.
goodness. She's just cuddling right back up. That is so sweet. That is too sweet.
She knows a nar when she
Yep,
says
she
she
sure does.
I'm telling you. Let's see.
Girl.
All
Good
right.
night, night.
All right, so. Okay. Oh, she's still got me. Oh, she got me with this card. Now, there you go, now. Good girl. What a good girl.
Actually, no, if I could switch with you.
Sure.
Because if he gets back, I can get a picture of both of them.
Yeah,
like I did with
okay.
you.
That's
If
okay.
that's
Now, I'm
okay
ready to
with you.
stand up. Oops, sorry,
sorry.
for a little while anyway.
Hello. Oh, my
Isn't that
goodness.
sweet? Oh my
You
gosh.
are so sweet. Oh, you are so sweet.
That's just too good a picture. Too good a picture, not to.
And I take so many, so you'll have to go through it. and pick
Yeah.
it.
I took a couple too, Leah.
Yeah,
So we'll have plenty of good pictures.
You're exploring. You're
Your
exploring.
phone has a really good camera. What
It
is
does.
Yeah.
Her phone does have a good camera.
What is it? What is it? What is it? You just checking everything out? When you were trying to see my watch, that's what I was.
Oh, look at her put those arms around you.
Sweet. Where are we going? Where are we going?
Yeah, she explores everything like a toddler. You want to go outside?
Now that won't stand up. They advertised that it will, but
Yeah.
it won't always.
You are cracking me up.
There.
Girlfriend, you are cracking me up. Oh, okay. Okay, good. Okay. Yeah, what's over there, Mom? What is that? What is that? See a spout. I can feel her holding on to her back. I'm not letting you fall.
And she was actually trained by the breeder too to know that if she's clamped down too hard around you and then tap her paw, that means to loosen up.
I see.
Okay.
Huh.
She found a speckle. I figured that's what she was
Yeah.
going after.
Yeah.
And she does that with the doorknob too, like when the
Huh.
door is closed, she'll be twisting
Yeah,
at it, trying to.
Really? She's, like you said, she's just curious, like a 2-year-old. She's a curious girl.
She's sniffing it so hard.
She's like, I smell
What is
something.
this? I smell something.
That's so interesting to her. That's very interesting to her. So he just went in there and got on his tree.
Yeah, he's waiting for me to open up that door,
Oh,
but I'll
I
wait till we
see.
finish with her so you guys can both see how he goes out there.
Okay. Yeah, he's ready to go.
Yeah.
He's letting you know he's ready.
And that's what he does too, he'll smear his nose all across the window.
How funny. How funny.
Yes, I will.
So now y'all only do a very few encounters a day,
Yeah,
right?
so that's another thing about our sloths is that we are very, very guarded of the time that we spend with them and the others spend with them. We like them to be on a strict schedule that they get used to and that they learn. They're a lot like us. I know what time my alarm's gonna go off, and when I'm gonna go eat lunch and go to work
Absolutely.
and things like that.
I don't blame him, but he came back over just to let you know, hey, I'm waiting.
He may be going down to use back.
How old is she?
She's 16
She's
months.
16.
It's okay.
He's headed down. He might be going to the poo-poo. You going to poo-poo? Huh?
He says, oh, I got camera shy.
This is never in my life something I thought I'd be able to do.
Well, me either, Leah. That's why I was so thrilled when I saw this on TikTok.
And you've got a good hold on her. If you wanted to stand up, support her, and see what Flash is doing, Flash is going to use the bathroom right now.
Really?
And yeah, so
I
that's
got a
something
picture.
that
That's a rare experience.
that's something that a lot of people don't get to see. Yep.
He came from all the way across the room
Mm-hmm.
to go down there to use the bathroom.
You get a picture of her?
Yeah, I did get a picture. I'm gonna do another one, because I can get his face good now. Yeah.
She's like, oh, I'm here.
I got you. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Am I able to step in there with her?
Yeah, that's fine.
Is it gonna disrupt her?
Yeah, just yeah, don't let her climb onto anything.
That's too hard.
Oh, look at his little face. Good boy, Flash. Good boy.
And that is the only tree that he uses too. That's the only tree that
Really?
has shavings around it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And that is the only tree that he will use.
Huh. And they're like that in the wild, too.
Mm-hmm. And so even though these guys are generations upon generations removed from the rainforest, that is still something that is instilled into them that they need to do.
Yeah. Oh, she is reaching. I'm gonna sit for again while you're standing up, Leah.
He said, "That's it."
Good job, buddy. That was so cool.
That was
Good
so
job,
cool.
buddy.
Want your chair back?
I'll set here. Let me move this over where you can see what I'm gonna do because I'm gonna open up this door for him to go.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna watch too. I'm gonna move this chair over. Just move this over.
He's ready.
He sure is. He's like, I potty and I'm ready to go.
Yep, he is ready to go. Okay, yes. There he goes.
They're so much faster than I would think they would be.
Yeah.
So are y'all filming them all the time?
Not all the time, but
Yeah.
when we do lives, and especially when we do cool things like go outside and go to the potty break, because
Right.
it is a rarity.
Uh-huh.
But
I'm so glad we got to do that.
yeah, he gets pretty excited to go outside, and he moves around a little bit quicker than he does in here. So
Uh-huh.
everybody likes to see that.
Yeah, he's moving on. There he goes.
Have y'all ever had one at this facility fall from the?
Not that we have seen. So
Okay.
we have cameras in both rooms, but we also have nets that when we're gone, we open them up just in
Oh.
case they were to fall.
Oh,
His
awesome.
enclosure only goes up 20 feet,
Okay.
and they can withstand falls from up to 100 feet.
Really?
But that's in the
I did not know
rainforest
that.
where
Yeah.
there's,
Cushion.
yeah, a little bit moist and mushy of the ground. And so, but we have nets just in case because obviously the concrete's a lot different than,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
the
Well, you know,
rainforest.
sweet baby.
You send me the bag.
Yes, good girl. You are so precious. This is the best. Yes, it is.
And I
This
think
is
that-
what Aaliyah and I wanted to do so bad.
There was a question on the live too about why we're letting them outside.
Uh-huh.
And one of our admins had said that when it's over 70 degrees, we let them out. And I just wanted to reiterate for everybody that's on the live as well,
Uh-huh.
that their sweet spot is from 75 to 85.
Really?
Or from, 75 to 85 degrees. So when it's above 75, we let them out. And right now, it is 78 degrees outside.
So it's perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect sloth weather.
Sure is.
He's hanging down pretty low right there.
He is.
I was singing my slothing ditty this morning.
She made it
Slothing we will go, slothing we will go. Hi ho ho yo, slothing we will go. I've always been bad to make up ditties.
Yeah.
I think so. She likes you. Said, what's not to like? This woman holds me so nicely.
Just kidding.
Yes, this woman holds me so nicely. Yeah, well, that's a baby, I'm telling you. She's a baby. She's a particularly cuddly baby.
Yep, she's like, I still smell that food up there. Well, our time is up, so I'll go
Okay.
get her and
You wanna
we'll,
take her?
yeah, I'll show you how we put her back into her enclosure in there.
Girl.
No,
That's
not
okay.
here.
Oh,
No, that was
you know what,
just-
Aaliyah, I got your phone.
That's okay.
And I think I put a bunch of pictures on it. So you have to send them to me, because I thought I had mine, and it's in my pocket.
Close this door and we'll open up Zoe's room.
Okay. Thank you. All right, I got that closed.
Baku's gonna come out and say
Oh,
hello
there he
again.
is.
Hey, Baku.
There's the baby.
There's that baby.
He hangs out most of the time in this little hammock.
That's okay, yeah.
And when I go to put her in here, I'll have to get out fairly quickly because if I don't and stand here for a
Yeah.
while, she will start climbing back through here and trying to get to me.
Right.
Okay.
And if I wait for a minute, yeah, you can kind of hear, she makes little whimpering noises. So when she was a baby, we almost named her Oof, because every time we would go to set her down in her basket, she'd start reaching back up and go.
Oh, how sad. How sad.
She just wants to come.
He's checking out the whole floor up there.
She's like, wait a minute, where are you going? Where are you going? Just trying to make sure that we didn't.
Yeah, I know that.
Sorry.
Uh-huh.
At least she's got a very full belly now.
Yeah, that is true.
Sure does. She ate very well.
Oh,
Oh, he is looking for another mealworm.
another meal. Get up on another menu.
Yeah, I can too, or you can just scatter if you have them out on the ground.
Yeah, we're gonna be quick, cause I think our time is up.
Yeah.
I'll put it in an obvious place.
Put it where you can smell it right away.
There you
Yeah,
go.
he
He
does.
does, he likes it. Oh, he found it, didn't he?
After you did, yeah.
Yeah.
But now
boy.
she's like, oh, I'm so sorry.
Good boy. Okay, let's get going. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
it was amazing.
We really, really enjoyed
It
it.
was wonderful.
It was wonderful, it sure was. Absolutely it was.
I hope we got lots of good pictures and
Oh,
everything.
we did.
Thank you.
Between the
You're
two of us.
Yeah, oh, it's one.
Great.